Cassidy in 2019 mentioned that 80% of people feel confused about nutrition. In this video, we are going to explore what nutrition-related claims have reached a consensus according to experts. Plant foods are good. Research shows that plant-based foods give major benefits to the body. These help in lowering blood pressure and triglyceride and glucose levels, which help decrease the risk for development of diseases such as cardiovascular illnesses and diabetes. It's important to understand that no matter what diet you follow, may that be vegan, vegetarian, or even if you don't follow food fads at all, you must be eating mostly plant-based foods. 75% of your plate must include veggies, fruits, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Decrease intake of red and processed meats. Decreasing or cutting back red meat and processed meat intake can decrease the chances of developing heart disease, cancer, and other illnesses. Small servings of red meat can be fine if your diet is rich in plant foods. WHO in 2019 mentioned that there is no specific safe count for red meat consumption, but eating a small amount of processed meat, which he defined as once or twice a month, can have a huge impact on your health. Consume healthy fats and carbohydrates. You can have a low-fat, high-carb diet or a high-fat, low-carb diet as long as both options are healthy. However, it is important to choose your fat and carb options wisely. Carbs from vegetables and fruits are healthy carbohydrates, which are different from processed carbohydrates, which supply just a very small amount of whole food nutrients. Fats are not the enemy, since fats from plant and fish sources have anti-inflammatory health benefits. Inflammation may not be obviously shown in the body, but once it persists, it's said to be linked to a number of disorders such as mood disorders like depression, as well as heart disease, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's. Include a majority of whole foods and minimize processed foods. Reducing intake of hyper-processed foods can work wonders for the body. Heavily processed foods such as processed meats, refined grains, snacks, and sweets flare up the inflammatory response, which promotes disease. Also, these types of foods are associated with higher body weights. It's important to have healthy alternatives for foods high in sodium, sugar, artificial ingredients, colors, and preservatives. These are often the indicators that food is heavily processed. Eating is a personal experience. Aside from food being fuel, food is also an experience. Any person can benefit from any number of eating patterns as long as they are sustainable, whole and healthy, and not dragging to follow. Food can provide a sense of comfort, stress reduction, and joy. The body, after all, is a personal commitment. Your food should be made or chosen with mindful judgment. That means you do you. Determining the eating pattern that works for you is a healthy path to follow. So don't restrict yourself from that cookie or that slice of pizza. Just be mindful about your nutrient intake. Also, remember to moderate processed food intake. No eating pattern is superior over the other. Focusing on eating individual nutrients alone should not be the priority. Many health recommendations suggest reducing certain nutrients and emphasizing others. For instance, you cannot eat a nutrient like fiber alone. There's a difference between a fiber-rich quinoa and vegetable bowl versus a fiber-enhanced powder supplement eaten with a fast food meal. Even though both meals have probably the same amount of fiber, they do not exactly provide the same amount of nutrition. The three pillars to losing weight are eating more vegetables, eating less sugar, and eating more whole foods. Vegetables contain very few calories, but they are packed with nutrients that help fight off diseases. On the other hand, as humans, we are hardwired to have a preference for sweets. A low-fat, low-sugar diet actually means that you should up your intake of fruits, veggies, beans, lean proteins, and whole grains. Although different approaches are used to lose weight, cutting back added sugars seems to be consistent advice in all weight loss programs. Moreover, eating more whole foods is a lot better than eating processed foods. Processed foods lack fiber, which whole foods contain. Fiber helps fill us up while helping us lose weight. Whole foods include fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, seeds, whole grains, eggs, seafood, chicken, and others. Research also suggests that prioritizing whole foods helps to regulate your appetite and weight. Gone are the days when eating should be restrictive in order to lose weight and feel healthy. Eating, per se, must be a personal experience, which should be free of guilt, shame, and restrictions.